how to stop negative thinking and anxiety. Those crazy thoughts that we're having in our brain and those feelings that it creates, this anxious feeling that you just want to run away from. How do we stop negative thinking and anxiety? In this video, I'll give you a strategy how you can stop these negative thoughts and anxiety. And it's all to do with the fact that you can choose what you think. Truly, you might not think right now like, what is he talking about? That sounds weird. But truly, that is what it's all about. And I experienced this myself as well. A couple years ago, when I was running my second business, I was making €0. And I was in pain. I had all sorts of negative thoughts. I had anxiety about it. Mainly, I had anxiety about all the sales calls that I was doing and about the sales meetings that I was in. So I wanted to change my negative thinking because I wanted to make those sales. So what I decided to do is I became very aware of when I would have those negative thoughts. And on those moments, I would jump up and I would radically change the way I was feeling in that moment by changing my body, by using my body, by using this physical thing that we have to change the way I was feeling, because I knew I had been working out already. And every time I did a workout, afterwards I felt good. After a workout, I felt energy, I felt the endorphins and the dopamines rushing through my body. So I started noticing that, I can go and do a workout every single time I have negative thoughts, but probably my body's not going to enjoy it if I push myself like more times per day. But I did realize that there's other ways. So I bought this 1x1 meter trampoline and I started jumping on this trampoline. Like, it's something that I learned from Joseph McClendon. Check him out if you don't know him. Joseph McClendon III. He taught me that. And I started jumping on that trampoline whilst having amazing music on, something like The Lion King, like, Baba Gitsi Baba. And I would just be having so much fun only for a couple of minutes. And then I would go back into my sales calls, but then I would have so much better thoughts. So the way that I generated €35,000 within 3 months within my business is by every single time I notice that I'm having negative thoughts and anxiety, I go into a space of jumping, screaming. Sometimes I'd call a friend that I always had a good laugh with and I would just have a fun conversation with him. I would just turn to something else, because you know what it all is all about? It's all about you are not your thoughts. You have your thoughts. And when you start realizing that, you're just tuned in to a negative vibration. See yourself as a radio. You're a radio that is just tuned in to the wrong frequency, and therefore you hear this chatter, like a or you hear the news, and the news is often negative as well. And then you have all these negative thoughts coming into your mind. But when you tune the knob of the radio to a frequency that has amazing music, that has music like, I'm on top of the world, and it's all so positive, and it's flowing, and it's amazing beats and sounds, and you feel good, right? It's better. So this is the same thing for your mind. Your mind is just sometimes tuned in to the wrong frequency, and you just have to turn the knob so it turns to the right frequency, and you start feeling good. And from that good feeling, that's where you can generate and create whatever it is that you want. If you want to, improve your relationship with your partner, but at least you're going to stop that negative thinking and that anxiety inside of you. So I want to ask you to go and try this out for yourself. Even if you're skeptical, if there's something inside of you that might be like, maybe it works, that little bit, then go and try it out. And when you go and try it out, don't try it out like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go and try it out. I'm gonna stand up and dance and jump and sing and oh, it doesn't work. Okay, so this was bullshit. No, if you're going to do it with full power. Do it with full enthusiasm. Break through a bit of that, because the negative thinking will continue if you're like, I don't feel like jumping up. I don't feel like dancing. I don't feel like singing and talking to friends. Da, da, da. It will continue, and you have to a little bit like kind of break through that by making a radical change, like really whoop, jumping up and like and like for a couple of minutes, really put in that energy and put in that power in there, and you will notice that your state will change. You will change that vibration. You will change that radio frequency to have more positive thoughts, and that's the way to stop your negative thinking and anxiety. If you are interested in more of more about this, on Wednesday 25th of September I'm launching the superhero journey, which is a 4-step process on stopping with negative thinking and releasing anxiety. And this is the strategy that I use to make that 35,000 euros. And also I landed a TED talk doing this. So what do you need to do? Just subscribe to my channel, like the Facebook page. I'll put some like pop up somewhere something that you can go into. And there's also a brotherhood, a group of men that come together all to make sure that we as men, are able to share the stuff that we are going through and get help from other men to think more positive thoughts and change it around. So if you're a man interested in joining the group, check out the description. I will put the links of all those things in there, and I will premiere and launch it all on the Facebook page. So seeing you there on Wednesday, the 25th of September. This is Ruben saying to you, Aho.